Hey guys, welcome to another recap with Gino. Today we're going to be breaking down the final pay-per-view. Hey, Tony's here to help too. Look, see your study. We're going to be breaking down the final pay-per-view of 2024. Actually, surprisingly, it's not WWE who gets this pay-per-view. It's AEW. It's World's End. There's been one crazy core storyline that's been going on for a couple of months with the Death Riders and John Moxley. And there's a four-way for the match for the heavyweight title tonight in AEW between John Moxley, Hangman Adam Page, sorry, Blade Runner Jay White, and Orange Cassidy. I'll give you that prediction when that match comes to it, but I think it's kind of obvious. Tony thinks so too. You're not under parking, but we're gonna kick it off with the undercard or the pre-event show. All right, and guess what? I like this gimmick because she completely reinvented herself again, and she's acting like a wrestler who's never actually wrestled in a main event card or main event company or anything like that before. She was surprised to be in AEW. She's surprised to be in ROH. She's surprised to be on anything. She's pretending like she never met half these people before. I guess she's pretending she has like, amnesia or something. It's Rockstar 20 Storm versus Layla Gray. I like Layla Gray. I think she's a decent talent. She doesn't win at AEW much at all. She's better. She's a manager and a wrestler, I guess you could say. But it's kind of obvious who's winning this match. Layla Gray's in there to take a pin. She's gonna get a bit of offense, but that's an easy prediction. Tony Storm's winning in the pre-show. It's a pre-show match, as you can say. Tony Storm's working her way up back to the women's title. Following that, we have JT Marshall versus QT Marshall, sorry, versus Jeff Jarrett. This one's kind of predictable to me too. I think Jeff Jarrett wins. Following that, we have an eight-man tag team match eliminator. Whoever wins this gets the title shot. The Outrunners, Truth Magnum and Turbo Floyd versus Top Flight Dante Martin and his brother Darius versus Leo Rush and Action Andretti versus Murder Machines, Lance Archer and Brian Cage. The tag team champions are Private Party. I think I know a lot of people want to see win this match, the Outrunners, but I think they actually have an actual threat and like a believable threat to the tag team titles. For Private Party, I think the Murder Machine should win this match. So I'm gonna go with Brian Cage and Lance Archer, and hopefully they actually use Lance Archer properly now. Following that, we're gonna kick off World's End with Continental Classic and the very first match of the night: Will Ospreay and Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher's dominated the majority of this story. He's kicked Will Ospreay's ass several times. He actually has an actual pin on him on pay-per-view. This is a Continental Classic semi-final match. The winner will go to fight for the Continental Championship later on in the night. Um, I think. Ooh, this one's tough. If they want to keep the momentum going with Kyle Fletcher, I think he should win this match. But Will Ospreay's an absolute superstar, and at some point he's got to get that win back from Kyle Fletcher to somewhat make the story make sense instead of Kyle Fletcher's always beating his mentor. I mean, Kyle Fletcher's had his breakout moment. As you guys saw in my previous video, I have him one of the top 3 people to break out next year coming up. Will Ospreay doesn't need to win either, but to see Will Ospreay wrestle twice in one night would be interesting. Plus, um, I, this one's tough compared to the first 3 matches. This thing could go either way. This will go either way. Sorry, I was covering my mouth because I couldn't figure out the answer. But I'm going to go with my gut on this. I think they're going to have a rubber match. But I think we're going to have Will Ospreay beat Kyle Fletcher and go on to the title match. And the other match that's going to go to the finals for the Continental Classic is the actual Continental Champion Kazuchika Okada. And recently, heel changed Ricochet. And Dickhead Ricochet is hated by a lot of fans. And he's doing a great job of selling himself being a dick. Um, he's not quite there yet. But I think this might be where the Hurt Business actually helps Ricochet. I mean, the rest of the Elite has disappeared from TV after they dropped their belts. Is Okada going to be the next one to drop a belt and just go away for a little bit? Because that whole act has grown stale. I kind of think possibly. I think we will have a new Continental Champion at the end of the night. I think it'll be one of two title changes tonight. I think Ricochet is going to win this match. So at least we can get Ricochet versus Osprey again. Or Osprey versus Kazuchika Okada. Either way, I'm not going to be angry. But I think I'm gonna have to go with my gut feeling on this. I think I'm gonna have to go with Will Ospreay facing Ricochet in the finals of the Continental Classic. Oh, it looks like Don Callis has a busy night tonight. Because also we have Tenosuke Takeshita versus Powerhouse Hobbs for Will Ospreay's old title, the International Championship. Um, this one could go one of two ways. Hobbs hasn't been noticed much since he came back from his injury. Takeshka's been an absolute roll this entire year. They want to keep that roll going with Takeshka, or do they want to give the fans a feel good moment? I don't think we're going to have a lot of title changes tonight. I don't think this one's going to be a title change. I think Kaneshke Takoshka if is going to beat Powerhouse Hobbs in a very good hard hitting match between two big men slapping man meat. Um, Will Hobbs is going to be an absolute stud. I think he's going to be a breakout star in 2025. I don't think he's a breakout star yet, but this guy's going to get on momentum after he gets back and gets his groove going again. He was gone for half a year due to that injury. Toddy's getting upset over me over there. Um, but yeah, I don't see Takeshita dropping the title right away. This has potential to be the match of the night, match of the year. Could be the match of the year to end the year. There's a few cards off fights on here that could be, but I've given you my match of the year already, and I don't think anything's going to top it. If you don't know, go back and watch the previous video. Following that, we got Mariah May versus Thunder Rosa in a Tijuana street fight for the AEW Championship. Very predictable who's going to win this match. There's not much build to it. Thunder Rosa just had a few cue cards like threatening Mariah May, blah, 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 this and that and the other thing. Clearly, Tony Storm is back to do one thing. And when he gets to it, Tony Storm's winning the AEW title back from Mariah May. It's as plain and simple as that. Thunder Rosa's there to take a pin. And honestly, I think the Thunder Rosa character is kind of boring, stale. I don't care much at all for Thunder Rosa. She's okay to average in the ring. Mariah May is on an absolute roll. Um, I was gonna put her in my list of breakout stars or superstars, but she is a superstar. She doesn't need to be breakout. So that's therefore why I did not put her on that last video. But yes, Mariah May, this is gonna be another good match. I think Mariah May is gonna carry most of the action. And when Thunder Rosa doesn't want to do business, she sandbags. And if you don't notice what I'm talking about, just watch her. Like a couple years ago, they blamed Ivy for doing this, but it was actually Thunder Rosa. If you go back and watch it, or Thunder Rosa versus Burke Baker in a few matches, you can clearly watch Thunder Rosa sandbag. What that means is just go limp and make it harder for an opponent to do anything. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Thunder Rosa fan. Is she talented? I won't take that away from her. I just don't care much at all for her at all. I don't think she's championship material. I don't think she get the title again. I think she's boring, to be honest. Mariah May has the best character in wrestling right now. Um, sorry guys. Following that, we have MJF, who's got the Dynamite Diamond Ring. He's never lost this thing, versus Adam Cole and the Kingdom. Um, Matt Taven and Mike Bennett are going to be in Adam Cole's corner. I think this is when the entire screw job at Adam Cole's going to happen, and I think the Kingdom with Roderick Strong and Kyle O'Reilly going to screw Adam Cole because Adam Cole's obsession with getting at MJF has cost him everything. And I think MJF is just such a good heel that he doesn't lose yet, or he won't lose for a while now. I think he's going to keep this title and keep this Dynamite Diamond ring. And my personal opinion, it'd be Adam. This story has to end after tonight. I don't think Adam Cole's going to like the way it ends. I think the Kingdom is going to screw Adam Cole. MJF's going to hit Adam Cole with the Dynamite Diamond ring, and that's going to be that. Following that, we have Mercedes. This is where I think the second title change is going to happen. We had an absolute classic and probably women's match of the year earlier this year between Mercedes Monet and Chris Statlander for the TBS title. And I think Mercedes Monet's been undefeated for too long. I think she's kept that title for too long. I mean, Statlander's on a roll again, and the fans love Statlander again, who randomly just went back to face after being heel for a feud against Willow Nightingale. This is what I say when I keep saying AEW makes no sense. Because wrestlers will go from being heel to face, heel to face, heel to face, heel to face. Like Stokely Hathaway was all with Statlander, and now Stokely Hathaway's completely disappeared off of TV. But that's for another story and another day. Um, well, that being said, obviously, Saturday Night Fever, Mercedes Moné is going to lose. The boss, the CEO, whatever you want to call her, she's got to drop the belt tonight. And I think Statlander's going to be the lady that's going to take it from her because she's the one that should be the champion right now. And you'll see Mercedes Moné disappear for a little bit. And also, on a side note, why the hell is Camille not on TV anymore? And why did AEW just use her so poorly? Stupid, stupid, stupid decision not going to NXT. She would have been used a lot better and treated a lot better than the joke they actually made her become. All right, guys. That following that is the Continental Classic. Remember, I picked Ricochet versus Will Ospreay. I think this is where her business comes into factor. I think Will Ospreay's going to lose another title because this title's going to be up for grabs. It's going to be open because the real champion's going to be eliminated, being Rainmaker. I think you're going to hurt people, come out through halfway through the match. And, yeah, crowd's going to lose their mind, but Ricochet's going to be champion. I mean, the dude can't talk, but he can wrestle. He's just a different version of Ricochet of Ospreay. They do the exact same moves pretty much the entire time. I mean, even still, Ospreay's goddamn move, the stun gun that he calls it. But it makes most sense right now to capitalize on the heat. It makes a lot of not that AEW makes sense when they do things. This makes a lot of sense to capitalize on the heat that Ricochet has right now and give him the belt and just have the fans just hate on him. My personal opinion, Ricochet's winning the entire tournament and winning the belt. I've thought that for a while now, and I know I haven't done a lot of solely AEW videos because I haven't really paid a lot of attention to AEW, but what I have seen, AEW is going to have to make the right decision here and put the belt on Ricochet. If Tony Khan has any clue what the hell he's doing. Also, I don't know if you guys seen it or not, but the Death Riders pretty much murdered Darby Allin. And I make a joke and say this dude has a suicide wish, but I'm pretty sure he does. If you have not seen the latest video, he gets his neck stomped on a chair, on a steel grate, and then booted down about 30 stairs. I know wrestling's fake and he's a skater and he knows how to take falls like that, but to the average person, like this dude has a death wish. Like I don't know what's actually going on through his head. If he does or doesn't, I won't comment. But the stuff he does makes you think he might. I don't think we're gonna see Darby for a while. He's gonna have to sell this. And that being said, we're going into the main event. It's the Death Riders leader, Jon Moxley, versus Hangman Adam Page, versus Blade Runner Jay White, versus Orange Cassidy, aka OC. This is going to be a banger. I think the Death Riders might get involved a little bit, but overall, I think all three of them are going to beat the hell out of Moxley for a little bit, turn on each other, beat the hell out of Moxley for a little bit, turn on each other. And I don't know if Orange Cassidy's going to take the pin again, because none of these guys are going to win the belt. If anyone does, it's going to be, I'm going to say Jay White if any of these other three wins it, or Christian Cage somehow gets involved and screws them all, because he's got that copycat of the Money in the Bank thing that AEW's been doing when they had the title shot. The man who wins the match gets a title shot. Um, I see Christian Cage getting involved, but screwing somebody. Probably Adam Page, because Adam Page screwed him. I think the only person not taking the pin in this match is Jon Moxley or Jay White. And I think Orange Cassidy's taken way too many pins lately, especially in title matches. My theory is Christian Cage is going to screw them all and hit Adam Page with the belt with the briefcase. And he's going to try and pin Moxley. It's going to turn around on him. The Death Riders are going to take out Christian Cage, lay him out. Christian Cage is the dude that's going to get pinned and lose his title shot. He's going to try to get involved halfway through this match. Or Hook is going to get involved somehow, or Taz. But I have a feeling Christian Cage is somehow getting involved in this main event. Um, I don't know. Like, that's my theory from what I've been thinking, watching, and seeing. Parts of this pay per view have had good build up, and parts of it really haven't. Like the Continental Classic has been a great build up. This title match has been a great build up. I had zero clue Powerhouse Hobbs, Kaneshka, whatever you pronounce his name. Yeah, we're even having a match tonight. I had no idea Maria May and Thunder Rosa were having a match tonight. I saw them like kind of hinting at each other. I figured it'd been a title match they put on just regular TV. Um, I hope you guys enjoy the pay per view. I probably won't get a chance to watch it. I got some stuff to do tonight, but these are my predictions. I'm gonna post this on you. After I post this, you guys leave comments below. Let me know what you think. Other than that, enjoy the show, and we'll talk to you guys in the new year. Bye.